Hello, guys. Welcome back to our channel. We are so excited to have you again. Politics is a game of interest. No permanent enemies, no permanent friends. And it has shown up in the decision made by Dave Nweze Umahi, popularly called Dave Umahi, who is the governor of Ebonyi State. He has decided to make a decision which, for him, he believes will affect his political career and that affect it positively and also the political future of the southern easterners. And according to the news, Umahi have decided to take a walk from PDP to APC. All efforts to convince him to stay back seems to prove abortive. And according to the news, the governor of Ebonyi State, Dave Umahi, told the national leadership of the People Democratic Party in Abuja on Tuesday that he was leaving the party. He said he would join the ruling All Progressive Congress, which he claimed would protect the interest of the Southeast in the 2023 elections. Our correspondent gathered that Umahi told members of the National Working Committee of the PDP that his decision to join APC cannot be changed, is irrevocable. The members of the PDP National Working Committee, who were led to the party by its national chairman Prince Uche Secondus, were said to have tried in vain to convince the governor not to leave the party. Apart from seconders, among those that were at the meeting at Ebonyi Governor's Lodge in Abuja were Deputy National Secretary Agbo Emmanuel, National Organizing Secretary Austin Akubondu, Financial Secretary Abdullahi Maibazira, National Women Leader Maria Waziri, and Senator Suleiman Nazif. The governor was said to be friendly when he received the PDP delegation, but stuck to his decision to leave the People Democratic Party when the issue came up. It was gathered that the PDP delegation impressed it upon the governor that there was no need leaving the PDP for the APC, which they argue had become unpopular. Sources at the meeting, however, said the governor was not convinced, insisting that the APC was planning to zone 2023 presidency to southeast. He was said to have promised to stay in the PDP if the party could make a pronouncement that it would zone the presidency to the same zone. One of the sources said, I think his governors, as his mind was made up, he told him that there was no need for him to abandon the party that had made him a deputy governor, state chairman of the party, two-time governor, and all that, but he refused. He wanted us to unilaterally zone the office of the presidency to his area. We cannot do that. Parties are not run that way. He told us he was leaving. That is what we got from him. When contacted, Secondus confirmed that the party leadership met with Umahi. He, however, refused to declare the details of the meeting, insisting that the meeting was on national issue. Secondus, stop lying. Just speak out. That's what I can tell you. Umahi has decided to make this decision because for him, it's for the good of his political future. And I tell you the truth, when it comes to politics, you just can't trust anybody and you cannot believe someone can stay with you for the rest of his life. And that's what Umahi has done. Let's just look at his political journey thus far and see whether it's good for him to leave PDP or for him to stay back. Looking back at Umahi, he entered into service, that's public service, in 2007 as the acting chairman of Ebonyi State chairman of the People Democratic Party. From 2009 to 2011, he served as state chairman of the party. During that tenure, he served a year on the governing board of the Federal Medical Center in Asaba as its chairman. 2011, Umahi became deputy governor of Ebonyi State on the ticket with the then governor Martin Alechi. However, in 2014, Governor Alechi supported Onyebuchi Chukwu, Minister of Health, as his successor, which Umahi stated violated an understanding that would have given him the role. Umahi went ahead to defeat Chukwu in the primaries. The remainder of Elechi's term was chaotic, with arson hitting the House of Assembly in February 2015. A motion taken to impeach him later that month over alleged unconstitutional gross misconduct, misappropriation of funds, and anti-party activities. Umahi was elected rule to the role of a governor on 12 April 2015 in an election that he had been challenged by the Labour Party, All Progressive Congress, and All Progressive Grand Alliance on the basis of widespread irregularity, killing, and wanton destruction of property. In 2015, the legitimacy of the election was upheld by Umahi, and also on 16th day of March 2019, David Umahi was re-elected as governor in Ebony State governorship election, and he pulled a reasonable 393,343 votes to defeat APC Sonny Abuji, who polled 81,703 votes. That's the history of Umahi when it comes to politics. But I will call him three times Umahi, Umahi, Umahi. Why have you allowed APC to deceive you like this? Politics is not something that you can predict. If you don't even want to, accept this truth, look at what is happening to Tinubu right now. There is no hope of Tinubu being the president of Nigeria come 2023. He will have a chance, possibly, to contest. But I can assure you that the chance of him being the president of Nigeria is overly slim because things have changed far beyond his expectation. When it was 2019 during the election, I could still remember that this guy came up, the former Senate president came up and was talking about the interaction he had with Tinubu. That Tinubu said even if Buhari was going to contest from a deathbed, that he would still vote him in. When the Senate president insisted to know the reason, I'm talking about Saraki, Bukola Saraki, when he insisted to, know the reason why Tinubu was overly interested in becoming the governor, sorry, to support um, the President Buhari in 2019, he told him, well, they had already had a plan that Buhari was going to hand over to him. But right now, with everything we are seeing, which we know is the game of politics, you may not see things happening directly, but indirectly, whatever you are seeing playing out is actually a political game. Tinubu cannot test that position again. Already, as we are talking, he has a case of money laundering still with the EFCC. They have refused to look into that case. And if you are a political analyst, you will know that moments like this, they are not keeping it, or they are refusing to handle the case now, because there will come a time that that case will be overly needful and they will bring it up, and that's politics for you. So for you to, in 2020, being convinced that come 2023, they are going to give it to Southeast, oh, it therefore means you are still a babe in politics. It doesn't work like that. Already, there are northerners who have expressed interest there, other people. So you just migrate from PDP with a long queue in APC and they will just take you straight to the front. It's not possible. Don't forget that in 2011 and 2014, there was an alliance between so many parties to form APC. Talking about AD was there, CPC, where Buhari came from, was there. They formed an alliance and they said this one will rule this side, this one will rule this side. So you coming from PDP and thinking that they would dump every other person who had been there as long as now, they will just kick them into a hole and then they allow you to surface as the president. You are joking, my brother. You are joking. You are going to make a decision that will break your heart in the nearest future, and that is the truth. PDP had known you far back 2007, and they have given you opportunity for you to save in different capacity. You're saying, for me, I believe that he's not too old. I'm talking about Umahi. Umahi is not too old, born 1964. You still have a chance to, even if you don't succeed on becoming a president under the platform of PDP come 2023, you still have a future. But for you to wake up, make decisions that you are leaving, you will be shocked to your bone marrow that your irrelevancy will be a song of the day for APC. I'm telling you. Even if the highest they will do for you, if they respect you so much, will be to give you an appointment. The same thing that happened to Godswill Akpabio. He left PDP, went to APC. Did he win this thing, governorship? Sorry, the senatorial seat? Of course, no. He did not win it. Politics in Nigeria is far beyond this, and people who have gotten deep knowledge of politics acting in this capacity is always very shocking. But however, he has given a condition, and his condition is that PDP should zone the presidency to southeast come 2023. Do you think that Prince Secondus would take into consideration this request by Umahi? Also, having in mind that they had been a long-standing person who is striving every year to go in for presidency, talking about Atiku Abubakar. Let's interact in our comment section. Tell me your own part, please.